KUFM News. Concise, precise, balanced, unbiased.
We are live from Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM Newsbreak.
Good morning and welcome to Newsbreak on KU 92.7 FM Benin City. First, the headlines. President Buhari urges Nigerians to participate in NIN-SIM linkage. NECO releases 2020 SSC results. Gunmen abduct Abia State University students. On entertainment, Childish Gambino sued over This Is America copying claim.
And in sports, Manchester United to face Villarreal in UEFA Europa League final.
Details of these and more after this break. I am Omoye Ogbeide. And in the details, President Muhammadu Buhari has called on Nigerians to participate in the ongoing synchronization of the national identification number with SIM cards across the country. He said it will provide a digital framework for improving security and strengthening the economy. The Nigerian leader stated this at the launch of the national policy for the promotion of indigenous content in Nigerian telecom sector and revised national identity policy for SIM cards registration in Abuja. He said the NIN will cover one of the weaknesses of the security structure. President Buhari noted that proper identification of all Nigerians and legal residents in the country and the ability to conveniently access a database will provide an impetus for more effective planning and security oversight. According to him, the first national SIM policy was launched in February 2020, and the revised policies were in full alignment with the objectives of the administration in the areas of economic development, security, and anti-corruption. And President Muhammadu Buhari has asked the Managing Director of the Nigeria Ports Authority, Hadiza Usman, to step aside from her role. Her suspension came as the Ministry of Transportation, headed by Rotimi Amechi, sets up an administrative panel of inquiry to investigate the NPA management. A statement signed by the presidential spokesman, Garba Shehu, on Thursday said an executive director at the NPA, Mohammed Bello Koko, will replace Usman for the duration of the investigation. And the federal government on Thursday said about 121 local government areas spread across 28 states of the Federation will likely experience heavy flooding in 2021. Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, who announced this at the 2021 Annual Flood Outlook, said another 302 local government areas across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory will likely experience moderate flooding. Adamu, who said there will be heavy coastal flooding in rivers, cross rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, Lagos, and Ondo states, stressed the need for concerted efforts to mitigate the impact of the expected flood. He revealed that Nigeria will be contending with two threats of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and impending floods as predicted in the annual flood outlook. According to him, so far, the flood levels will be higher than in previous years, but will not attain the levels in the 2012 devastating floods. He said the states connecting to rivers Niger and Benue, are without doubt going to experience flooding. The minister said the states include Kano, Jigawa, Bauchi, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Ebonyi, Imo, Delta, Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Kogi, Bayelsa, Anambra, Taraba, Nasarawa, Benue, Gombe, Kaduna, Niger, Kwara, FCT, Zamfara, Kebbi, Niger, and Sokoto states. And the Senate on Thursday held a crucial closed-door security meeting with service chiefs in an executive session. The meeting, which was scheduled to hold on Tuesday, was postponed following the National Security Council meeting at the Presidential Villa Abuja. The closed session, which lasted for about 4 hours, enabled the security chiefs to exchange ideas with senators. Before the Senate entered into the closed-door session, the President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, commended the members of the armed forces for safeguarding the country and giving their lives in the process. He said the parliament takes the security situation in the country seriously and admitted that the armed forces had not achieved its best in fighting insecurity, which according to him is largely because of inadequate resources.
This Senate, or even the entire National Assembly, is and will remain a partner in progress with you. On behalf of my colleagues, I want to commend our armed forces and other security agencies for fighting the myriad of security challenges across the country. In the process, some have given up their lives, others are maimed. We appreciate what you are doing because we know that you are doing your best with what you have at hand. And trust us with what you think will be helpful to us as a parliament to help the cause of the armed forces and other security agencies to perform better, because you haven't achieved the optimum, and I can attribute that to inadequate resources.
The Senate had summoned the service chiefs to brief them in an executive session on efforts being made to address the growing insecurity across the country. Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Rabo, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Oladayo Amao, Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, and Acting Inspector General of Police Alkali Baba Usman attended the session. One Aminat Jimo and many others have been arrested by the operatives of the Department of State Services DSS for allegedly impersonating the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. It was learned that the Lagos office of the department made the arrests while investigating the forging of the official letterhead and signature of the Speaker by the suspects, who used same to allegedly defraud unsuspecting individuals and organizations. According to the secret police, one of the suspects, identified as Olalekan Adenuga, had on one occasion introduced one lady, Aminat Jimo, to coveting helicopters at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. In the forged letter, Adenuga, fraudulently acting as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, recommended Jimo to coveting for employment. The letter, received by Coveting Helicopters on April the 20th, 2021, was written on the 15th and addressed to the Managing Director of the airline. Inquiries showed that Speaker's office in the National Assembly had received several complaints about unknown persons who wrote agencies and organizations claiming to be the Speaker, either of his aides, and making requests from different organizations. Following the complaints, the Speaker's office wrote a letter dated April 22nd requesting DSS to initiate an investigation. And the National Examination Council has released the results of the 2020 Senior School Certificate Examination for external candidates. This was announced at the Council's headquarters in Minna on Thursday. The Registrar and Chief Executive, Godswill Obioma, said 41,459 candidates registered for the examination, out of which 39,503 actually sat. Obioma explained that 26,277 candidates obtained 5 credits and above, including English language and mathematics, while 34,014 candidates also obtained 5 credits and above, irrespective of English language and mathematics. The registrar said appropriate standards and excellence were maintained right from the planning stage to the release of results. He also disclosed that 6,465 cases of examination malpractice were recorded in the 2020 SSC external, as against 17,004 cases in 2019. And gunmen have reportedly abducted a yet-to-be-determined number of students of the Abia State University Uturu ABSU. This was confirmed by the state government on Thursday. According to a statement signed by the State's Commissioner for Information, John Kalu, the students were abducted along the Okigwe-Uturu Road in the state. Kalu said preliminary information available indicated that the students were moving in a minivan from Okigwe to Uturu between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. when they ran into armed gang who marched them into a nearby forest along with other yet-to-be-identified travelers. 2 of the students managed to escape from the hoodlums, while others are still being held at a yet-to-be-identified location. The abduction is the latest in a series of attacks targeted at schools and students across the country. And 2 police officers were killed on Wednesday during an attack on Obosi Police Station in Dimini North Local Government area of Anambra State. They also razed the station and 2 operational vehicles. Police spokesperson in the state, Ikenga Tochukwu, confirmed that the officers died during a gun duel with the attackers. He added that the Commissioner of Police in the state, Chris Owolabi, has detailed a police crack team led by the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of operations to identify and apprehend the yet-to-be-identified gunmen. He added that the crack team had visited the scene and conducted an on-the-spot assessment of the incident. An investigation has commenced in identifying the perpetrators of the crime. And coming up in a moment in entertainment news, Childish Gambino sued over This Is America copying claim. Details in our entertainment bulletin. And just launched news break and KU 92.7 FM Benin City. In some entertainment stories, Nigerian music star David Adeleke, also known as Davido, has gotten a Range Rover SUV for his daughter for her birthday. The music star took to his Instagram page on Thursday, where he shared a video of excited Imade and her new car. Imade is Davido's first daughter from former partner Sophia Mamadou. She was born in 2015. An American rapper and actor, Donald Glover, with stage name Childish Gambino, is being sued over claims he stole the song This Is America from another rapper. According to reports, Emily K. Unswacha, who performs under the name Kid West, alleged that Gambino's hit is a ripoff of his own song Made in America, which is said to have first been released on SoundCloud in late 2016 and on YouTube a couple months later. The rapper also claimed he registered the song with the United States Copyright Office in May 2017, and it was set to be the lead single on his upcoming album. According to court documents, West alleges the hook of Gambino's song is unmistakably similar, if not practically identical, to his song. Childish Gambino released the track This Is America in 2018. It went on to the top of Billboard Hot 100 and earned 4 Grammys, including Song of the Year and Best Music Video. And that's it from entertainment. And in sports, Manchester United to face Villarreal in Europa League final. This is on our Sports Bulletin.
Good morning. Manchester United have qualified for UEFA Europa League final despite a 3-2 defeat to Italian side AS Roma on Thursday night in Rome, but advanced 8-5 on aggregate. Edison Cavani opened the scoring for the 2017 champions in the 39th minute with a fabulous first half effort, then found the net with a fine header from Bruno Fernandes' excellent footed pass in the second half. In between, Roma briefly threatened a comeback when former Manchester City forward Edin Dzeko scored his 9th goal against United in the 57th minute before Brian Cristante finished smartly with his shot on the turn 3 minutes later. The Italians had the final word when Nicola Zalewski The Italians had the final word when Nicola Zalewski's low drive went in through goalkeeper David De Gea's legs after taking a deflection of Alex Telles. The victory ends the run of 4 semi-final defeats for United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and sets up a meeting with Villarreal, who knocked out Arsenal in Gdansk on 26th of May. The Yellow Submarines head Arsenal to a goalless draw at the Emirates and progressed 2-1 on aggregate. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer also became the first person to reach a major European Cup final as both a player and manager for Manchester United. And finally, 9-time African champions Nigeria Super Falcons will be one of 4 participating teams at this year's WNT Summer Series. That we also have the women A national teams of host nation United States of America, Portugal, and Jamaica in attendance. The tournament is presented by AT&T 5G. Matches will be played at the BBVA Stadium in Houston and at the brand new $240 million Q2 Stadium in Austin, built by the newest club in the Major League Soccer, Austin FC. Both cities are in the state of Texas, and the clash between the Super Falcons and the U.S. Women A team will be the first ever football match at the state-of-the-art Q2. The Glamour tournament, which also held in 2017 and 2018, will run between 10th to 16th June and will see the Super Falcons clashing with their Jamaican counterparts in Houston on the 10th before taking on Portugal 3 days later at the same BBVA Stadium. Their last match is against the United States squad, 4-time winners of the FIFA World Cup and 4-time champions of the Olympic football gold at the Q2 Stadium on 16 June. Nigeria and the USA have clashed 5 times previously, with 4 coming at the FIFA Women's World Cup and 1 in the Women's Olympic football tournament. Both teams last met at the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada in 2015, with the Americans winning 1-0, which was Abby Wambach's final World Cup goal. And that's sports news on KUFM's News Break. My name is Ewosa Agbeka, and back to you.
And that's the news, but before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. President Buhari urges Nigerians to participate in the NIN-SIM linkage. NECO releases 2020 SSC results. And gunmen abduct Abia State University students. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting our website at www.kufm.net or download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. We are also on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM's News Break was produced by Blessing Asekome. I am Omoyok Baide saying thanks for listening. Good morning.